Hi everybody, it's Saturday evening, July 24th. I made sure to look this time so I didn't have to guess. It's evening, it's darker outside than it looks on the camera, and it's almost my bedtime. But I didn't make any videos, so I thought I would try to do a little tiny something. I feel like I just ran errands mostly, and that's not very exciting. So here I am. I got up here Friday night, left work later than I wanted to. Traffic was heavy. It took me a while to get up here. It was about 9:30 or 10:30, and then I worked on making the pantry shelf, putting that together, and then I stayed awake until 11:51. I can't even do that on New Year's Eve. So that's how excited I was about putting my pantry shelf together and getting it in the pantry and thinking about how to put things on it, what's going to go on it. So I brought some things from the apartment, a couple canisters and some canned goods so that I could test it out. This morning I ran errands. I had to go to the local bank where my mortgage is going to be and pick up some things, and then I went to the same bank but a different branch so I could set up a savings account, and then post office to get a post office box for up here. Farmer's market, I got the Pawpaw Trees. I got one for me, and I got two for a very nice gentleman that lives down the hill from me, who said he loves pawpaws, and he recognized mine immediately. The first time we met, he was riding by on his ATV, and he stopped and he asked me about my pawpaw trees because they're visible from the road. And so he had said recently that his died, and so I picked him up 2 pawpaw trees also. I just learned that recently that mine aren't holding fruit. They start to fruit, but then they drop the fruit, and it's because they need a pollinator. So that's why I wanted to make sure and get another pawpaw tree, and then that's why I got 2 for him, so he has 2 different types. Anyway, and then I went to my friend's house, the newly West Virginia resident, hung out with her, picked things in her garden. Her garden is as big as my house, and she's a very talented gardener. So I brought home some cucumbers and onions and different varieties of peppers. And then I made stuffed peppers in the crock pot, and they turned out really well, surprisingly, and put those over rice. And then here I am. I walked the dogs a couple times, spread some grass seed down here in the, she has a bunch of grass seed, so she gave me some extra, and so I spread it down here where the septic, that's what it's called, the septic field, the drain field. Try to keep ahead of the weeds a little bit if I put grass seeds down there. I would maybe eventually, you can't put a garden here, not a vegetable garden, but I could put like the chicken coop and a chicken fence, things like that. So I don't want it to get as weedy. I've said before that I want to allow some of the weeds to grow, the thistle and the milkweed and all that, the mullein, but I want that to grow here, in this section all along here. Oops. And then up here I want to try to keep ahead of some of the weeds a little bit. So it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I put that grass seed down. Hopefully it doesn't wash away. Hopefully it gets wet enough to grow. And then, my garden. So her garden is amazing, but my garden, my cherry tomatoes are ripe. And so I got to eat a small handful of my cherry tomatoes this morning for breakfast, and then when I came home from her place, some more had ripened, so I picked some more. So I put together my pantry shelf. That was very exciting. This one is a little bit harder. I planned on doing this one, but I'm scared to do this one. So I have to wait until I'm braver or until somebody comes helps. But I'm going to have two shelves, two closet rods. Willie, that's nothing new. I know. You think there's going to be something awesome in there. There's not. It's nothing exciting at all. So I want to have one of those closets where there's a rack about here for your clothes, and then one higher. Oh, wherever the... well, there's my hand. Oh, there it is. So I want that kind of system. So I brought all the parts for it, I think. And then this side I will leave probably without shelves, and then I'll be able to put bins in here. I have bins full of yarn. These two bins are soap supplies, soap making supplies. So I did not get the closet put together because it scares me. I don't know if I can find the studs, and I don't want to put it up and have it fall, collapse. A lot of people don't get theirs in well enough and they fall down. I don't want that to happen. So really, nothing else. Nothing interesting today. This is some of the cucumbers, and I'm going to make fried green tomatoes, I think, for breakfast. And I already ate, of course, the peppers. I made the stuffed peppers. And drinking cucumber water. And she has berries galore. So we picked some berries. But otherwise, it has not been a very eventful trip. So I think with that, I will say good night.